White Fang by Jack London, Chapter 11, Escape. White Fang became an expert fighter. He learned to jump unsuspecting dogs, flip them on their side, and attack their bellies. All of the dogs avoided him for this very reason. These fights were usually broken up quickly with White Fang banished back to his tent. On those rare occasions when no men were around, the fights were more dangerous. The dogs fought until one gave up and a truce was called. As White Fang became meaner and received more beatings from Gray Beaver and no kindness from the other dogs, he was less able to let go, and then one day a dog was killed. It was a terrible and quick fight. White Fang was so strong and confident that it only took a few minutes. He trotted home afterward. He sat beside his master by the fire as if nothing strange had happened. White Fang didn't understand that he had done anything wrong. There was no one to guide him. The owner of the other dog came to Gray Beaver and demanded payment for his loss. Gray Beaver wouldn't listen, though. "You can't change a wolf," he said, "and White Fang is my wolf." That night by the fire, Gray Beaver gave White Fang an extra big piece of meat. "You're certainly a fighter," he said. These were hard lessons for the wolf. He was rewarded for his cruelty and fighting. His main focus in life was to please his master, and he thought fighting was the best way. Gray Beaver was always quick with the beatings. It was difficult for White Fang to know right from wrong. The beatings often came at unexpected times. For instance, when he stole fish right from the hand of a small boy, Gray Beaver did not beat him. When the boy's father came to complain, threatening to hit White Fang, Gray Beaver protected him. However, when White Fang returned to his master's tent at the end of the day, he might be kicked without warning as he neared the fire. He never knew which it would be or why it happened. He learned to expect the worst. The days were getting shorter. The tribe started to pack up camp and move south for the winter. White Fang watched as Kloo tied up their belongings and Gray Beaver put them on a sled. The cub moved around camp and saw that others were doing the same. He understood that things were changing once again. Most of the families had already left when White Fang went into the woods. He didn't go far, though just far enough to be hidden. He could hear Gray Beaver calling him. It was very hard to disobey his master, but White Fang stayed put. After a while, Gray Beaver stopped calling, and the camp was silent. White Fang knew that he was once again alone in the wild.